Hi, friends, and welcome to Peace is Here. I'm your host, Avis Kalfsbeek. This is another episode in the Wolff Peace series, a journey through Robert Paul Wolff's 1966 anthology, Political Man and Social Man. In each episode, we pair one of the great political theorists from Wolff's book with someone who lived peace as a daily radical practice. Together, they help us explore the tension between power and principle and what peace truly requires. The thinker, Thomas Hobbes, 1588 to 1679. Today's thinker is Thomas Hobbes, whose famous work Leviathan offered a grim portrait of human nature and a powerful argument for state authority. In Political Man and Social Man, Wolff excerpts Hobbes' discussion of life in a state of nature, a pre-political condition where, without government or law, humans are in constant conflict, driven by fear, competition, and mistrust. Hobbes famously describes this life as solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short. To escape this chaos, Hobbes believed people must enter into social contract, surrendering some freedom to a sovereign power in exchange for peace and security. The Leviathan, the absolute state, becomes the necessary enforcer of order. To Hobbes, peace is only possible through strong, centralized control. Peace pairing. Satish Kumar, born 1936. To offer a gentler but no less profound vision of peace, we turn to Satish Kumar, Indian peace activist, former Jain monk, and a longtime editor of Resurgence magazine. At 9 years old, Satish renounced violence and walked away from home to become a monk. In his early 20s, inspired by Gandhi and Vinoba Bhave, he walked over 8,000 miles from India to Washington, D.C., on foot, carrying only a message of peace and refusing to eat food bought with money. For Satish, peace is not something imposed from above. It is cultivated from within and with the earth. Where Hobbes saw fear, Satish saw possibility. He writes, "You are, therefore I am. The earth is, therefore we are." Instead of assuming chaos as our natural state, Satish Kumar sees interconnection, cooperation, and reverence as our birthright. His peace begins with soil, soul, and society, not sovereign control. Hobbes shows us how fear leads us to seek peace through authority. Satish Kumar shows us how reverence can lead us to build peace from the ground up. Together they ask, do we need force to be peaceful? Or can we learn peace by remembering our place in the web of life? Your peace questions to ponder. Big picture. Is government's role to control our worst instincts or to awaken our best? Day-to-day life. When you feel fear or scarcity, what helps you recenter in trust and connection? That concludes this episode of Peace is Here. You can learn more at aviskalfsbeek.com, where I share updates on this podcast and my books. I write best friend activist short fiction in the Pedro the Water Dog Saves the Planet series, eco-adventure novellas for readers who care about justice, joy, and saving the world one story at a time. And I'd be grateful if you followed my Kickstarter campaign at aviskalfsbeek.com/Kickstarter. Coming up next, more thinkers, more peace pairings, and more bold questions from the Wolff Peace series. This episode is human narrated by me, but created with the help of AI, which has promised to let me know if it makes something up. So far, no confessions. But if you believe I've missed something, or if you just want to say hello, I'd love to hear from you. Podcast music is Dalai Lama Riding a Bike by Javier Peque Rodriguez. You'll find links to his music on Spotify and Bandcamp in the show notes. If you enjoyed this podcast, it really helps me if you subscribe on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. A quick rating or review helps others discover peaceful, independent storytelling. And if you have a project that can use a calm, peaceful narrator, my cloned voice, Amaya Calm, is now available in the 11 Labs Voice Library. AMAYA Calm. The voice is designed to support storytelling that promotes peace and dignity. You can even have a Maya Calm read to you using the 11 Labs Reader app. She sounds like this. Peace is not something you wish for. It's something you make, something you do, something you are, and something you give away. John Lennon. If you haven't used 11 Labs yet, it helps me if you use the link in the show notes below. The link is try.11labs.io/peace, and 11 Labs is spelled out. I'll earn a small affiliate payment which supports my creative projects focused on peace. I'm Avis Kalfsbeek. Thank you again. Until next time, listen for the peace.